organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Coming up tonight on Daily Iowan TV.
Hammering down on lighting up. What students have to say about it, coming up.
And remembering a brother, Iowa City honors a Hawkeye life lost too early.
And here in the sports studio,
baseball continues their streak of 10 games on their home turf.
Daily Iowan TV starts now.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Cole Johnson.
And I'm Katie Sextra.
Our top story tonight, campus becoming a place of gathering this evening for those mourning the recent loss of Sigma Nu fraternity brother Andrew Mogny. Family and friends came together for a candlelit vigil at the Iowa Memorial Union to honor the Hawkeye lost early.
Mogny passed away the morning of Easter Sunday after suffering a mysterious 40-foot fall while studying abroad in Italy.
Keep it here with Daily Iowan TV for more on that story. Tomorrow we'll have footage and interviews from this evening's vigil.
Also new tonight, local police are in search of an Iowa City dog after it attacked a 5-year-old girl. Police were called to Whispering Meadow Drive around 2 p.m. this afternoon after receiving reports that a small child had been bitten in the mouth. The girl was transported by ambulance to a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. That animal is being described as a medium-sized brown dog with a long tail. Anybody with information regarding the dog should contact the Iowa City Police Department.
Conversation has ignited across campus after President Sally Mason's new tobacco policy bans all forms on campus. Collecting the full mix of viewpoints is Alex Parrott.
Say goodbye to nicotine at the University of Iowa. Beginning August 24th, a new policy will ban all tobacco products on university property. Cigarettes have been banned since 2008, but the new policy will also include e-cigs and chewing tobacco.
Now, obviously, there's no secondhand repercussions with chewing tobacco, but there have been many studies that link it to gum disease, and many students here on campus find it to be an unsightly habit.
When people are walking around with dips in their mouth, it just doesn't look respectful to the community and the population of Iowa City.
The bill will directly affect students who claim to use products such as chewing tobacco as a study aid or as a way to relax. Eric Ryberg has been using chewing tobacco for over 5 years, and he views the new policy as an encroachment on his freedoms.
Like, it's a human right to, do whatever you want to your own body. You own your body. If anything, it's the only thing you do own.
Another issue is that of enforcement. One can easily find people smoking cigarettes on campus, despite the possibility of a fine under the current ban. E-cigs are not allowed in dormitories, but one freshman who has to remain anonymous says he and many others regularly use them.
Well, the reason why they don't let us do it in the dorms is because they say that it affects the fire alarms. And in order for it to actually affect the fire alarm or set it off or whatever, you would have to blow the vapor directly into it.
In 2014, University Police responded to 688 smoking calls and wrote 56 tickets. Alex Parrott, Daily Iowan TV.
Tomorrow night we'll tell you exactly where those sometimes confusing tobacco boundaries lie.
And a historic day in history. It was 20 years ago today that America was sent reeling after a terrorist attack in Oklahoma City. Today, hundreds gathered at the site of the bombing to honor victims of that horrific attack, where Timothy McVeigh and Terry Nichols detonated a truck bomb outside of the Oklahoma Federal Building. 168 were killed, including 19 children. This was the scene in the aftermath of that attack. Survivors and families of the victims came together to remember those lost and highlight the cost of violence. The ceremony featured a speech from former President Bill Clinton and a moment of silence for each person who died in the attack.
A battle of businesses has been going on this weekend as university students compete to see whose startup company is the best. Daily Iowan TV's reporter Kramer Anderson gives us more on the story.
This weekend at the University of Iowa's Innovation and Collaboration Lab, a competition has been brewing between students. The competition being to see who can build the best new business. The newly formed startup games give students the opportunity to build their business ideas and present them to their peers, all while competing for a cash prize.
We really wanted to give students the opportunity to experience what it's like to be an entrepreneur and have some experiential learning of what you can do with an idea.
With only 3 days to form and pitch their ideas, the goal to be the best has kept students in the building since Friday. More than 500,000 businesses are started each year in the United States, but of those, only 25% will succeed. That success rate roughly matches how the event only awards the top 3 teams. Although the Startup Games does not create the businesses being pitched, it does give students the experience that comes with actually starting a company. With today being the last day of the Startup Games, organizers are already looking ahead to host future events.
We'll take it one step at a time. This has been our first event, and we've had a lot of success. We'll learn from it. We're going to be planning our fall event from this, and yeah, we'd love to do more.
Reporting from Iowa City, Kramer Anderson, Daily Iowan TV.
Best of luck to him. Still ahead on Daily Iowan TV.
That outfit is so trashy. Literally, how some are flipping their garbage cans and revamping their closets.
And the sports crew steps in with your weekend wrap-up of all things Hawkeyes.
But first, Sue-Wen Wong has a look at your forecast for the week ahead.
Sue-Wen?
Thanks, Cole and Katie. After a cloudy day like today, we can expect to see a nice and sunny week ahead. This was a view early today from our UI Pendergrass camp. As you can see, cloudy with a look of rain nearly all day. This evening, we'll most likely see a rainfall. As I said earlier, those clouds won't stick around for much of the week ahead. Tomorrow morning, we'll start the day off at about 50 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Cloudy skies will stick around as we head into afternoon, and our temp won't see much change, expect a high of 50 degrees. Then tomorrow night, a drop down to 40 degrees. Here's a sun though, as we take a look at the rest of the week. We'll have a partly sunny Tuesday and Wednesday with a high of 60 degrees. Now with the sunshine back in full, we will have a cool sunny days for the rest of the week with another high of 60 degrees. Certainly ideal weather for all those blossoming trees around campus. In fact, here's a view from the Daily Iowan TV newsroom, and you know Dr. Seuss's Lorax need not apply around Iowa City because, believe it or not, we'll be named Tree City USA. Not once, not twice, but 35 years in a row. Tree City USA is a national program that supports community forestry management. You can only achieve Tree City USA status by maintaining a tree department, having a tree ordinance, spending at least $2 per capita on urban forestry, and celebrating Arbor Day by planting trees. And with Arbor Day next Friday, the announcement comes just in time for celebration. That's all I have for you in the weather studio. Back to you two at the desk.
Thanks, Sue-Wen. Now from trees to trash. But you've never seen trash like this before. Daily Iowan TV's Hannah Admonson has more.
A full house at Wildwood Smokehouse and Saloon was the site of the Avita Catwalk for Water, but this isn't your normal fashion show. The Trashin' Show, as it's been referred to, has contestants use only recyclable items such as magazines, garbage bags, and even Girl Scout cookie boxes. Avita Director of Sales Carrie Rose says salons from all over Iowa City competed in the event, having only 8 weeks to design and construct an outfit.
So really our passion is making sure that we are caring for the world we live in and that we're giving back to society, which is a part of our mission.
Cosmetologist Katie Jacobs took out the trash winning the competition, having over 1,200 paper flowers on her dress. The cost of her outfit?
So other than the hot glue gun gluing everything together, free.
And with Wildwood Smokehouse and Saloon renting out their space for free, 100% of the proceeds can go towards a good cause. Reporting here at Wildwood Smokehouse and Saloon, I'm Hannah Adamson for Daily Iowan TV.
You know, that's interesting, but I don't think I'll be joining in on that fashion trend.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, but for the weekend sports, we'll send it over to Danny and Taylor, who are in the Daily Iowan Sports studio.
Thanks, guys. For Iowa women's basketball all-star Samantha Logic, her career has just started as she has officially been drafted in the WNBA.
We'll hear from the new Atlanta Dream player later on, but now on to baseball.
The Iowa baseball team started off their 3-game series against Northwestern Friday night in front of a season-high crowd of 1,588 people at Duane Banks Field.
It was a perfect night for baseball and an even better night for a series opener.
After trailing 3-1 in the bottom of the ninth, senior Chris Goodman connected with an RBI single with the bases loaded to score Austin Guzzo to make it 3-2.
That's when the senior leadership started to shine. Up next was Eric Toole, who had a fly ball to center to allow Nick Rochetti to advance on the base paths.
Jake Mangler stepped up to the plate and slammed a walk-off RBI to left center field to grant the Hawkeyes a 4-3 comeback victory.
After the series opening victory by the Hawks, Saturday and Sunday's games turned into a doubleheader.
Starting off the doubleheader, Iowa's offense and defense stayed true.
For more on that recap, we'll send it over to Daily Iowan TV sports reporter Laura Belanda.
On Saturday, the number 14th ranked Iowa baseball team ended the second game in their series against Northwestern with a bang. With a score of 13-4, the Hawkeyes have swung their way to their fourth straight Big Ten series win. Starting pitcher Blake Hickman led the team with 7 shutout innings and only allowed 6 hits. Hawkeye defense was on par as well, only allowing a total of 4 runs in the 9th inning. The 13 Hawkeye runs and 16 hits was a season record, while a couple of seniors capped off this game with multiple hits. Chris Goodman went 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs and 2 runs of his own, while number 12 Jake Mangler kept the offensive domination alive with 3 hits and 5 total RBIs. In the second inning, Goodman fired the ball over left field for a 2-run home run in just the second inning to pull a 4-0 lead over the Wildcats. The Hawkeyes followed a scoreless third inning with a 13-0 lead by the end of the next 5 innings. The Iowa offense took advantage of the Wildcats pitchers with a series of hits to pull off this huge lead. The redshirt sophomore Jared Mandel stepped in to pitch the last 2 innings, allowing the only Wildcat runs in the 9th. Again, the final score 13-4. This has been Laura Belanda with Daily Iowan TV Sports.
That victory would clinch the series, but Northwestern would take the last game after a 3-hour rain delay, 4-1.
Switching from the turf to the track, the Iowa track and field team headed west for the Mount Sac Relays in Walnut, California.
It was 2 sophomores that led the women's competition.
Alexis Guster competed in the 400-meter where she finished in 6th place with a season-best time of 53 seconds.
That would top conference rankings and allow Guster to stand 19th nationally.
As for another season best, Brittany Brown ran her second fastest 200-meter time of the year with a time of 23.14, finishing 8th overall.
As for the men's side, sophomore Aaron Mallett competed in the 110-meter hurdles to take 9th place at the Elite Invitational.
It has been an exciting past week for former Iowa point guard Sam Logic as she found herself being the 10th pick in the first round of the WNBA draft.
Her new home will be with the Dream of Atlanta, Georgia. Logic describes her name being called as a relief.
The first thing is relief. I mean, obviously you're sitting up there and you just have no idea. I mean, people tell you mock drafts, and I don't look at them too much just because you never have any idea. You know, there's 3 players picked already, well-deserving players that weren't at the WNBA draft. So you never know what's going to happen. So that's what makes it so exciting for us and for fans. So, you know, just really excited to finally know where I'm headed.
Coach Lisa Bluter was also in attendance at the draft, where she is more than happy for Logic's future.
It is amazing, you know, first round, top 10 pick going to Atlanta. Sam is thrilled. We're all thrilled. Thrilled for her to achieve this dream that she's worked so hard to have happen today, and to see it happen for her and to be a part of it is a true blessing.
Danny, I was getting a little nervous that she was going to fall out of the first round, but she got the 10th pick, and that was great.
And of course, Logic not the only Big Ten player taken in the first round. Minnesota's Amanda Zowie-B was taken number 2 overall.
As for Samantha Logic, she will meet with the media back at her stomping grounds at Carver Monday, so be sure to tune in to Daily Iowan TV for that.
Now, unfortunately, we're out of time on this Sunday night, but be sure to tune in to Daily Iowan TV Sports every Sunday through Thursday night at 9 p.m.
Katie Cole, back to you.
An English couple was in for a big surprise when the Beanie Baby they bought turned out to be the rarest Beanie Baby in the world. Owners Leah Rogers and Ryan Flanagan bought the purple bear for about $10 at a car boot sale in Cornwall, England. Its true price tag? Over $67,000. The bear was one of 100 first edition Princess Diana Beanie Babies. Rogers and Flanagan are now selling the bear on eBay, and it can be yours for the bargain price of $21,000.
One last thing before we leave you, check out the scene earlier today as our studio played host to local Tiger Cubs group 200. Now, Katie, I'm not sure, but I don't think they're cuter than me. What do you think?
Well, thanks for joining us, guys.
And that will do it for you tonight on Daily Iowan TV.
You can find us anytime on YouTube. Just search Daily Iowan TV. I'm Katie Sexstrom.
And I'm Cole Johnson. Make it a great night.